Welcome to my new show, and it's absolutely because it's highly requested by at least 2 people, and not at all because my roommate didn't do a gosh darn thing all week long. Howdy, I'm Memphis, and this here's These Ain't Tools. So first, we gotta start with the basics. Most of you think you know what this is. A hammer. But this is not a hammer. Hammers are typically pink or black. And that's where ham comes from. You understand? Probably not. These are called hitters. And they come in a wide variety for hitting things. As you can see from the spread I've got here, we're going to go through each and every one on the planet. There are 3 or 4, maybe even 5 distinct categories. I might make up a 6 by the time we're done. So this here is what's known as the classic hitter. This is the hitting end, and this is the removing end for when you make the mistakes. Yeah. Now there's another category, which is the two-way hitter. It's got the normal hitting side, and then it's got the baldy side. Baldy side isn't quite as useful as it's smaller and rounder, but it looks shiny. Then we come up to the micro hitter, which is when you're not compensating for anything. You can use one of these. Then we come to another subcategory, which is the blue-necked hitters, which is very confusing because, as you can see, this one doesn't have but a little short neck, and this one's got a long blue neck. But actually, they don't look anything alike. I don't know. I don't know why these are called blue neck hitters, other than the fact that they're blue. Jerry, can we get a fact check on this one? Another subcategory is what's known as sludge hammers. Well, obviously, that's just not right. Who wants sludge next to their ham? You don't want that, because then it's going to taste like feet. And the only person that likes that is Cousin Paul. Right? These are sludge hitters. It's for when you got a lot of sludge stuck in something, you take one of these and you give it a good whacking to get the sludge moving again. Makes sense, right? Then we have these atrocities. These are called whackers. Pretty much because that's all they're good for, is just whacking stuff. You can't really hit something, but you can give it a good whacking. They take a lot of abuse, but for the most part, they're useless. Then we have the final category, which is known as the beaters. This here is a Spalding beater. It is the granddaddy of the hitter family. Related to the beater, but completely different, is the sludge beater. The sludge beater is very hefty, very sturdy, and pretty much should be used instead of all the rest of these because it only takes one good hit. And once you hit something with one of these, you ain't gonna want it anymore. Hitters are nocturnal and are well known for hanging upside down when they are in their resting modes, but once they get hungry, you'd better watch out because they get a little, oh, that one's loose, that one's loose. When they are lonely, hitters will also congregate with other types of metal type thingamabobbers in the wild on pegboard. Hitters will sometimes hide to avoid capture. Here we have what is known as the headless hitter. These are very rare. Matter of fact, I think this is the only one I've ever seen. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there's another one. Well, okay, so they're not that rare. Here we have what's known as the redneck hitter, because it's used for hitting rednecks, if you know any. And then we have what's known as a rubber head hitter. This is for when you need extra protection, in case you're messing around with a questionable hitter that might have some kind of a questionable background, if you get what I'm saying, Not that you paid for it or anything, but you know, you might need that rubber head. So just to recap, we got the normal hitter with the hitter part and the remover part, the double action hitter, the double action blue-necked hitter, the micro hitter for when you ain't compensating like me. I use this all the time. This one here is useless. We got the sludge hitter for getting them things unclogged, the blue neck sludge hitter, which is prettier but more useless, and then we got this one here, which really doesn't serve a purpose at all. Why is your shirt all wrinkled? Never you mind why my shirt is wrinkled. Wouldn't happen been folded up in a tripod bag in the basement. No, it's not because it was folded up in the basement. I would like to point out that here on this show, we are extra professional. Unlike my roommate's show, I have a name tag. 2 name tags. That's where the pro part comes in. You gotta, you know, you're looking up here, you could still read it, you know, down here. And they're made of tape, so that way every show, I get a new one. Because this is high quality, okay? This has been These Ain't Tools. If you have any questions, don't bother asking because they're probably stupid.